Start a blog. Oh, Aaron can talk about that. Position yourself as an expert in your field. It's important. If you're good at what you do, why not? There are always media out there looking to get people's expertise into print. And if you present yourself as an expert, you have the knowledge and understanding of a particular system, procedure, whatever, then present yourself to media as an expert. Write them a story or a paper. Use public speaking. I was nervous before, I'm not nervous now, it's amazing. But it's going to use public speaking as a means of developing what you do. Even if it's as simple as sort of doing, presenting yourself to deliver a small presentation at a local local networking meeting. Tell them about your particular organisation. Tell them about you. They all actually matter. So use public speaking to get your message across. And at the end of the day, perseverance is the key to success. You're going to be disappointed, you're going to be sending out press releases and they're not going to get anywhere near being published, but you need to continue to persevere. As far as PR is concerned, it does pay off in the end, particularly when you engage with the journalists that are potentially going to publish your particular success story. And if it's relevant, if it's valuable, if it has human interest, if they think that they can use it in a particular area, they will. You just need to be persistent and just keep on monitoring what they're doing. So, publicity. Clearly linked to great stories, and just remember, it needs to catch journalists, it needs to catch their attention. You have to feed them with what they want, not necessarily what you want, and which is the next point. Your perception of an interesting story may not marry up with theirs. So clearly, you need to think about, ask them, what are you looking for? It's okay to ask them. They want you to ask them. Ask them, what are you looking for? And see if you can marry up something from within your organisation that will actually support what they're trying to achieve. And remember, they are in control. So you do need to engage them. Okay, my final slide is about press releases. And I think those people who already write press releases will fully understand the bits and pieces that I'm actually going to put on this next slide. But for those of you who don't write press releases but think they might in the future, here is a few points for you. Create a strong heading. Fundamental. Journalists, whether they're news editors or whatever, will only look at a small proportion of your press release. The heading is going to be fundamental to it. The first paragraph is also, because that's all they'll read. The balance they will not read. If it doesn't capture their imagination, if it isn't something that's newsworthy to them today or tomorrow, then it'll be filed vertically. So tell them who, what, when, where in the first paragraph. They need to know the whole story literally within 2 or 3 sentences. So that's going to be important. Quantify the newsworthy element in the next paragraph. So give a little bit more meat on the bone after you've sold them the message. Tell why and how in a quote. Don't be afraid to actually get an expert or a manager or yourself, if you're the manager or owner. Make sure you actually get a quote into the body of the text, because that's going to be important, and it means that there are others contributing to the particular process of the newsworthiness of that particular article. Writing must be factual and concise, so we're very, very succinct. You know, press releases that go onto a second page can be troublesome as far as media is concerned, but they also need to be factual. Newspapers do not want to get involved in stuff or publishing stuff that is not truthful. Include a URL. Nowadays it's fundamentally important to have information about websites so they can do a little extra research on the content that you're actually providing for them. Include all contact information at the base, at the back, at the finish of the particular release that you're sending out. Identify who you are as a contact. It's very important that they know who they need to speak to get further information. Include photographs that support the content. Media-like photographs. Media-like photographs. Those, I don't have an actual percentage as such, but I would suggest there are more press releases used with a photograph than those press releases who don't provide a photograph. So there's a strong message there.